This is our final video of the 3-part review of the all-new Tata Nexon, and it's all about performance and everyday usability because Tata has finally given this car a proper automatic gearbox. So it's a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox from the Altroz, but unlike the Altroz, here the DCA gets to work with an engine which will make the most of the benefits that you typically get with a dual-clutch automatic. Right off the bat, the Nexon Turbo feels way more energetic, it's more eager to get going, and overall, the way it gains momentum, it just feels effortless when you're doing low to mid RPMs. The point here is that this DCA does a good job of masking the turbo lag that you get with this engine when it's not on boost. It has always been obvious with the manual Nexon, and it was just as bad with the AMT version. Speaking of which, the old Nexon and this new model share the same 1.2-litre 3-cylinder turbo petrol engine, which makes 120 brake horsepower and 170 Nm of torque. So it makes decent power and torque, and in the real world, it feels adequate. The Nexon with the DCA gearbox doesn't come across as an underpowered SUV, but it's not the quickest either. In our 0 to 100 performance test, it managed to reach 60 kmph in 6.73 seconds and 100 in 13.27 seconds. Now the thing is, this engine doesn't have a strong top end, and it shows in the real world. For instance, in our acceleration test, the climb from 100 to 120 took over 5 seconds. This 7-speed DCA definitely improves the driving experience. It's not lurgy or anything. In fact, it goes through the gears with a level of smoothness that we haven't come across yet in any Tata model. So if you are someone who drives every day but over short distances, then you should consider this car with the DCA gearbox. The only time you'll feel it's a little underwhelming is when you drive this thing hard, because at the end of the day, this 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine is not exactly free revving, and you can feel it holding back the dual clutch automatic gearbox because it takes its own sweet time to go through the revs. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You and I have heard this phrase hundreds of times, and it holds true for this new Nexon and what Tata makes of it. After all, its foundations have always been solid, it has proven itself to be a safe car, it rides well, and it's got predictable handling manners. No wonder Tata hasn't changed the platform for this new Nexon. Now of course, this DCA version weighs more than the old AMT Nexon, but other than fine-tuning the suspension, they haven't changed much when it comes to the mechanicals, and the Nexon retains its solid and comfortable ride and handling dynamics. All things considered, the new Nexon Turbo Petrol with the DCA gearbox makes for a great everyday car if your daily running isn't a lot. But you know what? Its interior and the amount of features that it has is something that's even more impressive. You can check it out by clicking over here for our video on its interior and all the new features it gets. And if you want a deep dive into the exterior design of the new Tata Nexon, then you can click below for our video for our complete analysis on the new Nexon's design and how it compares to the old model.